Two lessons I've learned in life. One, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. And two, word travels fast in a small town. I learned that lesson a few times. I'm actually on the road right now. I'm behind Woodhound Senior. We are driving up to a local farmer down here where Woodhound Senior lives, because he has something that I need for expanding my woodyard. Something that is going to be, if we can get a good enough deal on it, it's going to be a heck of a score. We're down here, Woodhound Senior, Grandma Woodhound over there. And first of all, how are you doing? Everyone's been asking.
Yeah, well, spring is here finally.
It is.
It doesn't feel
Not
like
in the
it today.
temperature aspect of it. We had 11 degrees Sunday morning, so anyway, 2 weeks ago, or was it? It was last weekend.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Joanne's nephew wanted to come up and watch the Friday night live feed with the Woodhound, Bernie Becker. So he comes up and we're chit-chatting away, and somehow, I don't know how it happened, we got talking about buildings and something or whatever and this and that, and then he said, our neighbor up the road is replacing the steel on their turkey barn. And he's got all of this tin that he wants to sell. So I said, that sounds interesting. So I called Daniel and I said...
Yeah, because I had mentioned on the live stream I want to build
a shed.
A little shelter or put steel on the shelter I have now.
Yep.
And cover some stacks of wood.
So one thing leads to the next. We called the folks up the valley here. But at first, whatever they had taken off the roof was all sold.
Yep, there wasn't anything left.
Gone. But he said, we got another third of the roof we want to replace. And I said, well, we'll take some sheets. So I called Daniel, how much do you want?
And I said, how much do they have?
5,000 square feet.
They had a lot. So I said, start with 50 sheets. So
there we are.
Said we
$5 a sheet.
We put on we said set aside 50 sheets. Well, then last week the weather was bad. They didn't know when they were going to get it off. So today I got the call that they had taken it off this afternoon. I think they had finished up. The tin was on the ground, and so I looked at the forecast. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. The next day it's supposed to be crappy weather again, and then it's Friday, and then the weekend. We didn't know how much they'd have left, and I didn't want to risk having to just have the leftovers. I wanted to have like kind of the first pick. So after work today, this afternoon, headed down, and we met up there, and now
there it is.
There it is.
We talked to Scott, and he said this building was put up, 56 or 58?
58. 58.
So it's from 1958.
1958.
So that's many years, and it looks in relatively good shape, really. And it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy duty
this is
steel.
Heavy stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. So yeah, it's a good deal. There's no doubt. Sure, it's got holes in it, deal, but for...
Yeah, and those you can kind of patch up to if you need to.
You wanted to, really, yeah.
Because, I mean, like over the top of my shelter that I have now, I might want to patch those up just because.
Yep.
So we struck a little deal. Like I said, 50 sheets, $5 a sheet. And it's 2 foot
coverage.
2 foot coverage. And I looked at today 3 foot coverage sheets, new ones. A 10-foot sheet is like $44.
So there you go.
I got 2 foot by 12 foot for $5. Heck of a deal, I think. So,
yeah, it was a good. It was, and just by a stroke of luck, Bernie wanted to come up and watch the Friday Night Live feed. That's how he found out.
He had heard from his neighbor, and like I said, word travels around. Out here in the small town, that travels around, and he said, "Oh, he needs some steel." taking down the turkey, or replacing it on the turkey barn.
It was storm damage from about
storm damage.
a month ago.
Replacing it. So anyway, I'll finish up and show you guys once I get back home here, but we wanted to check in with Woodhound Senior here because I've had people leave comments asking how you're doing
Am I still alive?
how things are going down here and on the farm. So
yeah, we're actually getting next week. Hopefully, if it warms up, we're gonna split some wood. So Joanne and I are gonna get back in business here. Yeah.
Still out splitting, and yeah, it's just been so dang cold.
Yeah, the wood pile has disappeared. I'll tell you.
Yep. Alrighty. So,
well, you guys stay safe, and we'll see you on Friday Night Live feed or sometime down the road, June.
Firewood Frenzy.
Yeah.
Get ready. All right, so I am back home and unloaded all of the sheets of steel off the truck on the ground. I did set them up on a couple little runners so I can come in here with the forks, just pick this whole stack up and take it back to the woodyard. But I figured I didn't want to take it back there right now just because I'm not sure, you know, where I'm going to be needing it at first. And I want to get a spot cleared out, and I don't want to clutter anything else up in the woodyard because there's a lot of stuff back there right now. Running out of room. But anyway, I found this is one of the nails that this stuff was held down with. And it's a pretty good sized nail. Let me tell you, it would not have been fun pulling these things out. But I mean, even though this stuff is, what, 64, 65 years old, it's heavy duty steel and it's in pretty good shape. I think it will serve me well. There are a few holes, obviously. So here you go, Woodhounds. Let me know down in the comments a good way to patch up those holes. Woodhound Senior said to just get some silicone and patch them up. But I think there's also like a Flex Seal or something like that. I'm not sure. But now we'll just see. I'm working on a couple different, figuring out one of two ways to go with my next shelter, how to build it. So once I get that figured out, this stuff's going to come in handy. But I think what I might do is take the tarp and the panels off the current shelter and get some of these up on there to replace those big wooden panels and that tarp. Because I did notice the other day there was a little water coming through. So the tarp, I think, ripped or something happened. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So what do you think? Did I get a good deal? 50 sheets of steel, 12 feet long, 2-foot coverage, $5 a sheet. I don't think that's too shabby. Well, all right, that'll do it. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.